So I went to go to the bathroom and clean up myself, and I had to be open with him and tell him the truth. Like, I was turned on. I was kind of like, what? But after that massage, guys, massage is like my weakest point, like legit. So then me and him, and then like he was laughing at me while when I went to the bathroom. I was like, yeah. Like, I think he bursted out laughing. He started making out, like we switched off the light, he started making out, and you know, one thing led to another, and he really took his time. And you know, like, I only slept with like 2 guys then before him, so like he was the 3rd guy I slept with and all that stuff ever since I lost my virginity or whatever. So this was the first time where, because you know, the first time when I lost my virginity, it was really painful, and I just felt like, oh, sex is so painful, it's disgusting, it's boring, it's terrible. Like, why do people hype this shit? It doesn't make sense. Like, bruh. But then with him, like, he really took his time. He made it special, and you know, he did everything right. It was intense, you know. To some extent, I'm just like, how is this guy so good with sex? And it's just low-key, like, he wasn't boasting or anything. You know how some guys, they'll boast. They'll start saying, nah, girl, my shit is the shit. My shit is this and this. And then when you fuck them, it's like, it's fucked up, babe. It's fucked up. I'm like, nigga, you ain't shit. But this guy, he was so humble. Hey! He was so humble, and, you know, it was, that was the first time, like, Jaybee made sex so nice, you know, to a point where I just kept coming for more. And you know, like, when he was writing a song, he actually wrote a song about me and him. The song talks about me coming back for more and all that stuff. So like, you know, I came every weekend. Sometimes it would be twice a week. It reached a point where it was like 3 times a week, and like, you know, it was hyped. Like, the sex drive was so high to a point where we would have like 6 rounds in one night and all that shit. So it was intense, hey? Like, it was intense. We were just messing around, having fun and all that stuff. And you know, I would go to class so tired, but I'll be smiling, glowing, and you know, people would just be like, ooh, Joy, what happened to you? I'm like, honey, I'm just glowing, like, you know. And yeah, like, that's what he talks about in his song, like, you know, like how she'd be smiling and all that stuff. Like, you guys should listen to the song Falling. It was really deep. So as like 4 months go by, we were having this thing and we're having this fling and all this stuff. 4 months go by, and I'm just like, fuck, I'm catching feelings with this dude. So here's the thing. First of all, I was like, let me play this motherfucker, because I've been played so many times with so many guys. You know, so many guys have broken my heart, especially my ex-boyfriend. That guy fucked me up. He fucked me up. Hey! He fucked me up. Anyway, so I was just like, you know, like, my first impression, I was like, no, I'm too hot for this guy. To some extent, I'm like, this guy is hot. But then again, I'm like, I'm too hot for this guy. This guy's Nigerian. By the way, he's Nigerian and all this stuff. So I'm like, and for me, like, Nigerians have always been easy with me. Like, they always come and approach me. They always come and disturb me and all this stuff. So I'm just like, Nigerians are so easy to make them to fall in love with me and all that shit. Blah, 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 blah. Like, that's what I was thinking, you know? And JB really challenged me. He really, really challenged me. This dude, and because he was challenging me, it just made him more attractive. I was just like, fuck, this guy. Oh, yeah, it was quite intense. And so like that's what was going on in my head. But then I don't know, he made it very difficult for me. Like the day I caught so many feelings after 4 months of just us messing around and all this stuff. Like 4 months, guys, 4 months. I'm like, fuck. It's either I tell him that I have feelings for him. Like right now, I'm in a situation where I'm like, I need to tell him that I have feelings for him. And it's you know, when you reach a point where you have feelings for someone, but you're willing to let go of them and at the same time keep them. But when it reaches that point where you can't let go of them, that's a very dangerous point. So I was just like, I was in that stage where I could afford to lose him and I could afford to stay with him and all that stuff. So that's when I was like, you know what, I need to tell this guy that I have feelings for him. Like, it's intense. It's intense. And, you know, somehow JB somehow managed to help me forget about my ex-boyfriend and how much he messed up. Like, he, you know, the first night when we talked, he told me that, I asked him about it. We talked about our exes and all that stuff. The first night we spent together, we talked about our exes and all that stuff. And like what really made me interested in this dude and what made me really fight for him and said, no, what, this guy has to be mine, was because I've been through so much pain. I've been through so much rejection. So many guys have hurt me, you know. Imagine what Joy, Wanakani, has been hurt. Yes, we all get hurt. And you know, what caught my attention with JB was the fact that he told me that, you know, the reason why it didn't work out with his exes was because they let go of him. Like, they stopped having feelings for him and all that stuff. And he has never ever broken up with his ex-girlfriends or whatever. So I was like, this is the kind of guy, and I'm also that kind of girl. Like, I can't let go of someone. Like my ex-boyfriend, even though we broke up, even though I messed up, even though he cheated on me or whatever, I was still willing to fight for the relationship, but he wasn't willing to do the same thing. So JB was that kind of person who's willing to fight for a relationship and make it strong and keep it for a long time. And I knew from the first night that we spent together that if I dated JB, it's never gonna end, because I'm also like that. So like, it's just never gonna end between me and him. So it was that kind of vibe, and I was just like, you know what, I'm tired of going through so much pain and rejection and all this stuff, to a point where I was just like, I need someone like JB in my life, you know. And that's why I fought for him. Like, I fought for this guy. I told him 4 months that hey, I have feelings for you. And the reason why I told him, like, some girls would be like, Joy, don't, you know, my girlfriends, they told me, Joy, don't tell him that you have feelings for him. Wait for him to come and approach you. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. It's useless. Hey, it's useless. I'm never gonna do that shit again. You know why? Because I learned it the hard way. There was this guy that I had a crush on from childhood, and it was 10 years, bruh. 10 years of having a crush on this guy, and I was waiting for this guy to come and approach me and tell me that he likes me. Bitch, I think it was on the 6th year or the 5th year or the 4th year where he fell in love with another chick and stuff like that. If I had told him that I liked him, he would have been with me instead of that other chick, and that other chick broke his heart and all that stuff. So I am never going down that road again. I am done, okay? If I have feelings for you, I will tell you straight up, nigga, I have feelings for you. If you don't want me in your life, I will leave. If you want me in your life, I will stay, okay? So there's that kind of vibe. So with JB, when I told him that I had feelings for him, he rejected me. This motherfucker rejected me, guys. He rejected me. How the fuck do you do that shit? And, you know, the thing that really irritated me is that I could see that this guy feels the same way, and you're rejecting me like this. Wow. And he said that maybe we should just stop this friends with benefits thing. We should just like avoid, you know, talking to each other as much or being close to each other and blah 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 blah. And I was like, what? No, don't do that. Like, why would you want to do that? He was like, nah, I don't think we should do this friends with benefit thing. So I was like, okay, fine, we can stop doing the friends with benefits, but I still want to be your friend. You know what I mean? And like, yo, this is when it was like a crazy shit. I'm like, you know, like, I was irritated because I'm just like, fuck. So we were fucking around and you don't have any feelings for me whatsoever. And you're gonna tell me straight up that you don't have feelings for me. And I could tell that he had feelings for me. I'm like, this motherfucker, he just wants me to go crazy for him. And I did go crazy for him. Yo, he was savages. I was a savage. So, there was a time, so we stopped talking to some extent and blah, 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 and stuff like that. And then this was the period where I decided to like cut my hair, like chop off my natural hair and, you know, and all that stuff. And my hair was growing at that point. So I think this was the point where I did like the sleek bun. It's a popular video for this channel, sleek bun tutorial. That video has gotten like 100,000 plus views. It's kind of went like on a mini viral thing. But yeah, that was when I decided to do the sleek bun, dress up all nice and stuff like that. And you know, the thing is, my hair was short, so it surprised everyone and him. But like, for him it was intense, because like the moment I was coming downstairs from hostel, and like the corridor was like around the main area, the corridor area was around that place, the lounge area. And he was carrying his architecture stuff, and it was like for our project for school and stuff like that. So we were presenting outside. So as I'm coming outside with my sleek bun, all slayed and everything, put on some nice makeup, some nice red lipstick. I think I'm gonna leave a picture for you guys. Some nice red lipstick and all that stuff. He spots me. The moment he puts his eyes on me, he drops his stuff. And it was like, fuck. This chick, like, he gave this look that, fuck, this chick is hot as fuck. Like, wow, like, she's so pretty. You know, like, it was that shit, you know? And it confused him, and, you know, and, bitch, I'm a savage. And, like, 2 days later, okay, I think it was like, that was the time when we weren't messing around for 2 weeks, and he ditched me and he rejected me and all that stuff. Went back to messing around and all that stuff. And then I asked him, why did you allow me to, you know, mess around with you if you don't have feelings for me and all that stuff? And he was just like, no, you're the one who's just like, you know, like, he was accusing me of so many things. Like, I'm the one who was like, who let him, I don't know, like, it's my fault for letting him to mess around with me and all that stuff, like, and all that stuff. And it was just putting all the pressure on me. It's just not cool. Like, he felt the same way. He really did. Like, bruh, I've been rejected so many times, and the signs he was showing were not the same signs that the guys who rejected me in my past were showing. So I knew that this guy had feelings for me. He was just in denial. So, you know, like, our fights were intense, guys. Our fights, sure.